We are the morning hustle.
What's going on, Morning Hustle Show? We got one of the hottest people on the streets right now. I'm gonna say the hottest people on the streets. You was hitting number one on the charts and everything. We got Polo G in the building. How
Gang,
what's going on with you? How's everything with being on the charts, being on top? How does it feel?
it feel great. Definitely something that I've been waiting on and working towards.
Right. And I did see an interview recently that Master P did where he shouted you out and he talked about how you had soul unlike other artists and he thought you was really going to make it big. So, how is it that you maintain to keep yourself inside of your music without, compromising without compromising anything else, whatever is going on in the industry today?
Just being humble, like staying true to myself, knowing, remembering where I came from and what I went through to get where I'm at.
And I was told that you have a lot of business ventures going on the side other than just music. So when it comes to somebody like a Master P, is that where you aim to be? Like, as far as being involved in music, being involved in other businesses and other lanes and avenues.
Definitely, I definitely want to be looked at as something much more than the artist, just like a great businessman. In every facet of category, just, you feel me, putting myself out there, I want to be known for multiple things.
So I did see that you became a homeowner, 21 years old. You decided that, spending rent money on rent was just a waste. And to me, that has something to do with you being in a business mind frame. So was there somebody that pulled you to the side and was like, all right, you need to invest in a home? Or was that just something that you was thinking of doing already?
No, not necessarily. I was just actually like going back and forth and like feuding with my landlord, and that's what really brought me to the realization. I had plans on doing that after my year was over and after my lease was over in a year, but I had got a new crib within within like about 6 or 7 months of me being in my lease. So I went and purchased the home and then just terminated my lease.
What was the back and forth you was going with your landlord about? Like just noise or more than that?
Not necessarily noise. It was like little small things. I got a my child, my son. He finna be 2.
Hmm.
I believe it was a plumbing issue, and that trickled down to more and more things. And I'm just like, the stuff that he nagging me about is petty, so I might as well move around.
Right. So was he able to contact you directly, or did he have to deal with like somebody from your management or something like that, or your child's mother, or
A little bit of both.
yeah?
Hmm.
So I did see that your son he starred in your video, kinda, right? You had him right on a basketball court in Rapstar.
Yeah.
And how is that for him? Does he like being in front of the cameras and like seeing you work?
No, he don't like the camera though. Like he been like that since he was a little baby though. Like a photo shoot, he'd be real cranky.
Oh,
And,
really?
and then that video, it's like I had to work him up to get to that point because he definitely wasn't feeling it.
He was looking like he was all happy and ready to go. So I thought he was like one of the kids that jump in front of the camera, get the dancing and all that.
Nah, he don't be feeling it.
He's not with all that. So I did see you was going viral. You go viral with your child's mom and y'all do the TikTok things. Well, she does a lot of the TikTok things. So I do want to ask you because you said that it's not shaking that ass time. So when is it shaking that ass time? Because you work a lot. So it got to be some time to shake that ass. So
I don't know. I guess a celebration. That's like Chicago lingo.
hmm.
Like if a person think they finna go outside, enjoy themselves, whatever the case may be, that's what they say like in the hood. So I was telling her that I came out here to work, out here to play right now.
So what do you do when you do have time, just downtime to just chill? You're not in the studio. What is it that you do for fun?
I mean, by me being older now and being approaching shit, 3 years since I signed a deal. I'm more so now getting outside now for the first time. Like these past 2 years, I didn't go outside like that. But now
Really?
being older, I'm more a social person, more of a social person. I might take a drink or two. So me like doing shit like that now. In my downtime, you might see me just go to the club, with my homies or something. Just and that's rare if I have downtime though, because I'm more than likely I'm devoting my time to perfecting my craft.
Right. What's your drink of choice? What would you drink if you was out?
I like Casamigos right now.
That's what I drink.
I was just a Hennessy person, but now I've just switched it up to the Casamigo.
I like the Casamigos. I like the Deleon. The tequila is definitely like the wave. So I did all right. So in the Rapstar video, you did have a point where you was giving away BMWs. Now we know it's a pandemic. It's a lot of things going on. Are you spending like this, or are you teaching yourself how to save for the future?
My motto right now is, man, spend that shit. Cause I just feel like if you put yourself on a type of frequency vibration that you got money and you gonna afford whatever decision it is you make, you gonna be always put yourself right back into a position where you got the funds to do it again or look out for the next person. I'm big on spending money not just on myself but looking out for everybody around me, and it's like it always come back full circle.
Right. So that's interesting to me when they talk about things like you see DMX, what happened with him, and they said that when it got towards like then the end, he didn't really have a lot of money saved up. He actually was in debt. So, do you think that the labels should have a part or play a part in helping out the artists since they do bring in so much money to them when they are down?
It's like the thing that they should do as far as helping them out is making sure they're getting the right amounts of money because they can make
Mm,
all the money that they want. But artists, especially like DMX, in my own opinion, he should never have a money problem and never run out of money all the records he sold.
right.
Feel yeah. So it's really just a matter of how that paperwork be looking. Cause we spend money at an alarming rate, but we getting it at an alarming rate too.
That's very true. So, with your first situation, was it really difficult for you? Because I know when it comes to contracts, sometimes that first contract ain't always the best contract. So, did you have to like really fight hard to get what you was worth, or do you feel like they understood?
I mean, there's always steps and levels to just enter into any type of deal. Well, the first time it's really like a record label is taking a chance on you because they don't never know what you really slated to be. And then some people flop and some people end up being breakout artists. And just like within football, if or any type of sport, if a player improves, his contract go up. It's the same thing with
Right.
music.
Well, let's keep it on the topic of sports because you did just get some new rings, and the rings were similar to championship rings, right? And it said 2020 on them. So, can you explain a little bit behind the design? What was the reasoning for that?
Just a big basketball fan. My newest album, my newest album is called Hall of Fame. So it was all centered around that, basically just and commemorating each album that I ever came out with, because each ring is got my album on that, like I won the championship.
That's fire. So do you have a limit? Like in your mind, I'm gonna do this many albums and I'm done, or are you just gonna keep going until whatever?
Yeah, I can't put a number timestamp on it. Sometimes rap can be so stressful for me that I say I retire when I turn 25. But it's also such a passion for me that I probably never want to stop. I never know really can say where my head will be at 3 or 4 years from now.
So you might end up like Jay-Z, who you just shouted out recently about his bars. He's still rapping, in the age of 50. Could you see yourself being there?
Yeah, I feel like I always have the mind for this. Like no
Hmm.
matter what day and age we in, whatever time, I feel like I always be able to adapt because I'm just like a chameleon. You feel me? Whatever environment or type of situation I'm putting in, I'm always able to adapt to it. So even if I stopped rapping at 25, I could pop back up at 40 years old.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Let's talk about your anxiety a little bit because that's something me and you have in common. Now, some people go and they speak to somebody about that, or they might medicate or get medicated. What do you do to deal with your anxiety?
Let the next move come. For real. I don't know. I just give it time most of the time because it be sometimes where I can't shake the feeling at all, and I just gotta let it bypass me. And then other times I might need to take a walk. I might need to just inhale, exhale. You feel me? Go to the gym. Anything can be like a stress relief.
hmm And so with the number one song in the country, you was up against Justin Bieber, up against Bruno Mars, and you busted through that thing. And how I realized you had the number one song was from your mother. She went on Instagram and she told Siri, play the number one song in the country, and your song came up. Now, after that, everybody was talking about your mama. They was like, she looks so good. She is hot. Your mom is hot. Now, what happens if somebody comes up to you in the industry, an older man, and he goes, I'm trying to talk to your mom. Would you be upset about that?
That's not a conversation you need to be having with me.
What if
Because
he thinks it's respectful?
if you think it's respectful, I can respect that man to man. But still, in the same regard, that ain't no conversation to be had with me. I'm
That's
a grown woman. I ain't stopping her from doing nothing either. So
uh-huh. So does she come to your shows and stuff often?
no, my mom don't come to shows.
Really?
Yeah, I rather would not have her there because I don't know
hmm
what the environment might be.
Right, right. And you also, your producer, you took him to the number one spot too. This is his first time. The producer that did Rapstar, what's his name? I'm sorry, I always see him with the ukulele and all that
Iron
stuff.
Banks, it was Iron Banks and Cinco.
Right. So, what made you use him? Because I did see him with a bunch of different artists and they were doing freestyles, but I didn't really see anybody utilize him as far as making a real song out of it. So, what gave you that idea to let me flip this around?
Um,
And who
it
reached
was
out
really,
to who?
it was really. I reached out to him for it, and it was really more so the fans asking me. And I know in the past they all actually want the version that he made because he's so good at what he do, and
hmm
I end up coming out with a separate version that really don't got no type of ukulele string in it. So they be like, "Oh man, we thought you was coming out with the acoustic." So
Right.
I just press play on linking up with him and that come making that come out, making that record come out.
And then you also have something coming with the Migos. Is that going to be on your new project? Because I seen you was working in the studio with them. Or is that going to be on their project?
That's something I got to be on the hustle about. I know we locked in for sure though. Right now, I mean, I tapped in with Takeoff uh, at one of Offset parties before, and then me and Offset got a song together. Me and Quavo got a song together, but you will really just have to be tuned in to see what's next.
Okay, and you said you missed the old you. Describe the old you compared to the new you.
The old me ain't really too many differences. I just know, like from a standpoint of seeing the world as a child, you have a lot less to worry about.
Hmm.
So with less pressure on you, not like you don't gotta be stressed on figuring so much things out because like going through the motion of being an adult and being a kid is like you see like as a kid you would have appreciated it more.
Right. And I did see recently in the blogs they were talking about your another producer you work with, AL, and apparently he got wrapped up in some kind of pandemic scheme, is what they're calling it. Did you have any conversations with him about that, or because allegedly he was using your name to get some of the money? Now, did y'all have a conversation about that?
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay. All right. So talk about Hall of Fame. When can we expect this to come? What can you mention who might be on there? Because I know you worked with Little TJ quite a bit. Also, I seen Kodak underneath them comments a lot lately. So, what's going on in the Hall of Fame project?
Uh, so far I got an all-star team as far as what my project looking like. Like I got a lot of like the hottest rappers in the game. So I know I got the city on there. I got Dirk, Herb, and I think them the only two Chicago
That's
artists.
fire.
But yeah, I feel like this time around, this definitely gonna be my best project.
And you definitely got the streets talking. Everybody is talking about you. One question I did want to ask you, because I know you have a clothing line as well, right?
It's one in the works. I did a little prototype like drop with it was a collab with Rose and Good Faith, but I'm really trying to push play on making it what I really want it to be.
So you're gonna basically revamp your ideas because you're not gonna be able to use Polo, are you?
No, it's my brand. It's called Your Money.
Oh, I like that. I like that. All right, and thank you so much. Just know that they could. Where can they follow you at? Let the people know where they could follow you and all that good stuff.
At polo.capilot on Instagram, at polo_capilot on Twitter.
Thank you so much for joining me with the Morning Hustle. And we definitely can't wait to see what you got going on moving forward and can't wait to see you in person because the StreamYard thing is not as personal as being in person. We got to smell the weed on your clothes.
For sure.
We are the morning hustle.